Oh my god, come on! I like how that goes like really quickly. It's like, oh, don't notice you're wasting all this money. Just don't go down, please, whatever you do. This is the last one I got. Oh my god! Yes! Yes! Hey yo, what is up guys, Rick here, and we're going to attempt to go into the tower again this time, and I've done this once before, but we had a pretty bad streak of luck the last time we tried to do it, and that's because I disconnected at one of the very high floors. I think it was like 30 something. We're going to have a much easier time this time around though, and I'll explain why. I'm going to probably do a bit of fast forwarding just to show you guys how easy it is now, but I've gotten a lot of gear since you guys have seen that last video, like a lot, and sadly, while I got them, I wasn't like recording or anything. It's just been happening over the course of these past couple weeks of school, you know, so I signed in for a few, try something else, and I've been getting lucky. So first I gotta check I don't have the right legend title on right now. I'm gonna make sure I put that on after this room. Just gonna cut away from my time a little bit, but while I'm doing that, I'll show you guys what I got. And excuse the screen flickering. My recorder doesn't like the text, but I did get a bad Bacaf auspice, if that's how you pronounce that. That's a really strong, probably the strongest auspice in the game. I think the only one stronger is gonna be the bunny auspice, but yeah, bad Bacaf is really good. Legend title, I'm rocking the Dominator for the tower. Here's something I got yesterday, and I'll probably I'll just cut into how I got that. It took me a lot to get this, but I finally got my Xenos to plus 13, so that was awesome. In terms of gear, that's the best I got. All my souls are still as good as you can get for strength, and more importantly, I do have the 20 set effect on Guardian. Finally, do have an expert guard that got me this set effect, so that's really all that I have right now. So. And all that together, while I've been working on all that, gearing this guy out, has gotten me very, very close to my goal of 10,000 damage. I'm not there yet, sadly, but I think I could actually get there if I use like proper foods and stuff. But I have one more goal that I'm trying out. I'm trying it for a Master Shield, and if you guys are interested in the actual statage, let me try to proc both set effects. If you see me doing some random skills like this, Shield Bash and stuff, I'm trying to proc the set effects right here, but I have 9700 base attack, which is, trust me, it's freaking crazy, man. And it's something I suggest you do, is you try to proc the. God, that's such a cheese room. Like, I can't move when I spawn in there like that. But you know, not a big deal for me. I take no damage and I do tons of it, but. Yeah, that's just something when you get the books, guys. Just try to keep the set effects procced at all times. You get a 60% buff and then the 25% buff. They're two different buffs, so they can actually stack on top of each other to add up for a total of 75% extra damage, which is why I wanted to try to get at least one more enhancement on the Xenos, just because of how much it actually scales. Even 1 point in damage will scale, you know, by 75% more, so it's a big jump. But now I'm just gonna breeze through, guys. I'm just gonna go quickly as I can to the upper floors. I'm actually not gonna be clearing it this time, and mostly because I don't think it's actually worth it. I'm gonna actually probably end up dying, and I'm just kind of doing these runs trying to get some perfect weapon ore, so I can start trying to craft for the master grade. So that's why I'm doing it, and just considering that I do the first 20 floors in like freaking few minutes, I might as well not waste a run and do it anyway. So you can skip upwards to the 20 floors if you really don't want to go through these bottom floors, but hey, you always have the chance for a master, and as you guys can see, I don't have any pieces master yet. Never gotten anything, so might as well. If your character's strong enough to do this tower very quickly, do not waste any runs. Just, you know, take the, you know, it probably takes me like upwards of 7 minutes or something to try to get to the very top of this 20 floors. Probably 8 minutes, you know. So just take that extra 8 minutes and, you know, you'll get up there very quickly. But anyway, guys, we're going to do a bit of fast forward. I'll meet you guys on floor 20, I guess. There's one shot. Alright guys, we are on the 21st floor. As you guys can see, we got a very easy rotation of mobs this time around. And now that we're on the 20th floor, it does actually get noticeably harder, but in terms of me, that just kind of means like, you know, a couple more rotations of the shield reflection. So it's still doing a lot of damage, and it really kind of depends on the boss. Much like the first 20 floors, there are clearly some bosses that are stronger than others, and tankier too, so hopefully we get some good drops out of here though. Accessories are always good to farm because I got a ton of characters that need accessories still. And this is also a good place where I actually start using the Titan's Guardian, which is something that don't even bother in the first floors because they'll die too quickly anyway. I like using this combo right here and then going into the Titan's Guardian. You're still there, I know it. You're hiding from me. There's something that is a good idea to do is to, if you didn't know, this shield reflection actually has its own cooldown that's actually shorter than the breakneck charge. So if it's at all possible to proc the shield reflection without using breakneck charge, it's actually a pretty good idea. It has about, I don't know, 3 or 4 seconds less cooldown than the breakneck charge, so you can actually get, you know, a few casts of it off possibly. So. There is the book for the extra guard. You've seen me use it a couple times. It actually has some pretty good damage. Hits twice for the rare skill book and hits pretty hard. You guys see it. It's about 70,000 a hit, which is not bad at all. Getting my ass kicked by this guy. Okay, yeah. Did not hit with the shield reflection a single time. See, I know a lot of you get the Titan's Guardian buff, the PvE buff, and I do as well. But if you leave it only to the passive buff for it, where is it? Let me so I can show you. Titan's Fervor. It allows you to hit with Titan's Guardian while enemies are still on the ground. So it's a way to infinitely juggle people. Thing is, if you let them get to the ground every time, it will do a lot less DPS because it'll actually miss one rotation on the skill. You'll miss one step, and those actually start adding up when you consider you only hit 2 times, miss one, hit 2 times, miss one. So something that I do in PvP, and a lot of you guys know, is the infinite juggle with the Titan's Guardian right here, and can only do it on people that actually get juggled. Obviously, Super Armor can do it as well, but you really can do the timing right there. I just did it right there, and you can practice your timing out there, and you'll maximize your deeps on that. I actually won't explain it here because it takes a little bit of practice, but jump into the PvP. The Arena Manager NBC and try it out yourself, because you can infinite juggle the Titan's Guardian. So if you learn how to do that, it'll help you out your PvE experiences as well, because you won't let them bounce on the ground. You can infinitely juggle them, do a lot more deeps with your Titan's Guardian. At least on enemies who get juggled. If they have super armor, it doesn't matter anyway, just keep slamming them, you know. But just a little tip on that. See how slow he was by the threatening shot. Threatening shot is such a good skill, man. It's so powerful. It's like much stronger than Earthquake. This time around I left Earthquake at level 1. I do not like it in PvE very much. And I'm starting, you guys keep asking me for builds and stuff on the Guardian. I'm starting to get an idea of how I'm going to build this guy. At least for my sake, so I'll give you guys pros and cons when that PvE portion of the UG guide comes out. And like I said, I want to finish up at least one more video on the PvP side, and then I will be working on the UG guide for the PvE side, so if you guys are interested in that. But it took us about 15 minutes. That's a little slow on my end. I've gotten up here faster, but 15 minutes to get up to the 30th floor. Now we're going to actually start rolling for weapons. We're going to go for 8 more rooms, and this actually takes a considerable amount more time to do. So this is one of the reasons why I like doing the first 20 floors, just because it's like exponentially faster, you know. And right here I might want to practice on my infinite juggle like I was talking about. And you'll see here, every time I step now, this guy will get juggled, and if I miss it, like, he will just keep getting juggled. Now I'll show you guys next time on another group of mobs what happens if you are not juggling it. If you just keep stepping around aimlessly, you'll see that they fall on the ground and you will miss one bounce on that. That's what I was talking about earlier. So. A lot of you guys probably wondering why I'm not casting the super armor buff more. I don't know why. It's like a habit. I hardly ever use the super armor buff in PvP, and I do the same here just because I don't feel like I need it. You should though. You should. If you're doing this tower and you're having trouble, if you're getting killed, use the super armor buff because you get 80% EXP, or excuse me, defense for an entire 45 seconds out of the 60-second cooldown that you have for it. So you'll only be downtime out of super armor and the defense increase. Oh, excuse me, 95% increase. So almost double your physical defense. And for, like I said, 15 seconds you'll be on the downtime of it not being up. So you can keep it up a lot of the time. I would only suggest against it against very select mobs that will crush you if you are in super armor. Like, I'd suggest, like in Bardiel Seal, if you're fighting against Kraos, probably not a good idea to turn it on, because if he gets stunned, he will fucking wreck you. But aside from that, I mean, most of the guys in this game, it's a good idea to have it on. And I'm going against everything I'm saying by not turning it on. I don't know. And definitely something that you'd probably consider maxing, just because the defense is so high. It is 95%. It's not like... Literally, let's just double the defense. Where is it at? Yeah. You get a move speed down and attack speed down, but then again, you're only going to be relying on the same combos again and again, those being the breakneck and the shield reflection. Those really don't depend too much on the attack speed. Yeah, did you guys see I miss after the third bounce? I miss one step. So he bounces 3 times and then I miss one of the steps. So like I said, guys, try to learn how to do the infinite juggle. It's really simple, and just try it. Just try it. There are 2 different methods that I know to do it in terms of timing. It really is literally just timing. And you guys see I have not actually used any potions yet. I am only relying on my natural HP recovery from my gear, and sometimes using Ironheart buff to give me back some HP. So that's another thing. If you guys use a lot of potions or lives, Guardian has probably one of the best sustainabilities in here as well. I mean, he's just a strong guy all around. With skill books, you guys need those skill books though. 20-star effect. You can also do it with the 15-star effect if that's a problem for you. And this is the guy I wanted to save my buff for, the Fury buff, but not the best idea to use the Titan's Guardian on this guy either, just because of his rolling shit. And the fact that he dodges everything is really annoying. And if you guys have done survival, you know exactly what I'm talking about with fucking Ixion. We got 2 more bosses after this. You guys see it does take significantly longer, but that's to be expected. They're dropping weapon ore out of this, so I'm only going to do these last 2 bosses, and then I'm going to call it, guys. And we did get the blade out of that, and we're gonna go into our last room. I'm actually not gonna clear it, so we'll see. If it spawns with the mark, I'll do it, but if not, this is about the time where I leave the dungeon, guys. So, and yep, they did not get the mark. So anyway, guys, sorry to end it on this note, but it's not worth it for me to do any more of this dungeon until I get better gear so I can clear the last 2 floors much easier. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. There's these assholes. Look, I'm gonna copy him. Mine's better! And I will catch you guys later. Look at that iframe. Look at that iframe.